Hey, what's up, my little tires? Listen, welcome back to the Blac Chyna trial coverage. It is Monday. California courts have not opened up, but you guys, I got one better for you. Y'all, we have the actual complaint. Now, if you guys don't know, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and turn your notifications on because I have attorney April A. Robinson, our Esquire Legal Eagle, also known as Court Chronicles. Her details to get in touch with her are going to be down in the box, is going over all the perjury, all the inconsistencies, and telling you from a beautifully entertaining, analytical, legal standpoint. This ain't no gossip and this ain't no BS. She has given us her official opinion and my girl is on the money. However, I want to whet your taste buds because what are we going to be talking about tonight? We're going to be talking about the trademarks, how it goes deeper than anything you've heard on the internet. I know you've heard, oh, they trademarked the name, trademark that. Attorney Robinson, Court Chronicles, has unearthed thousands of patents and trademarks that they put on to destroy dreams' chance of ever having a future. It gets so deep, this girl's gonna have to change her name if she ever wants to get a bag. And even after they did that, the way they cruelly and systematically and publicly subtweeted her and rubbed it in her face. But y'all, let's get into one of the things. We also did a live last night. Go ahead and check it out if you want. She gets into what the case is about, the chances they're gonna win, how the perjury happened in the most entertaining way possible. Listen, you gotta wash clothes, you gotta do your hair, it's wash day, you gotta go drop the kids off at school, pop those headphones in and let us take you into the Chyna sphere. However, today we wanna talk about the way Kris tried it. And this is what's been hidden from the media because the media is just not reporting on it and I don't know why. Now it's been lightly reported that Kris Jenner broke down in tears on the stand. Tears. Because Chyna held a gun up. Chyna testified under threat of perjury, something the Kardashians don't know about, but she held a gun in the air and said, "You better never not leave me." They were just playing. Now, let's keep in mind whose gun it was. Rob, where he kept it on the dresser. Now, don't forget they had little kids in the house. Chyna claims that Rob told her the gun had no bullets. That they better not have bullets because I think it's illegal to actually have it. And that is a loaded weapon while there are kids around. And that is Rob's, it was registered to Rob. But second of all, Kris wants to sit there on the stand and talk about the abuse and how it did. Did it really? Did you get into tears and think about Kim being in a bathtub in Paris when Rob went into a jealous rage fueled by what it looks like of what Chyna alleges in the actual complaint? This ain't no hearsay, right? In the actual complaint, she alleges fueled by jealousy, rage, and maybe something else, right? I don't know what he's into. He did post it. He was a member of the Codeine Boys. You know what I'm saying? Tore the hinges off a door, ran after her in the house, and went berserk where Chyna stayed terrified, hiding for her life. Oh, you didn't know this? Oh, we got the details. We got the details. But first, let's get into how Kris tried it. She said it was funny. In the LA courtroom, Kris cried while alleging Chyna put a gun to Rob's head during a heated fight in December 2016. She said it was funny. Chyna said it was funny. It was a joke. First of all, Chyna testified she never held it in the direction of his head or put it on his head. She held it up in the air like this. Now, as you guys saw from the thumbnail and also I'll put on the screen, there's plenty of instances of Kris doing the same thing for a plot line. But it was cute and funny when they did it, right? It was cute and funny when Rob slapped Adrian across the face and Adrian looked so scared. I didn't know she was that good an actress. And then later on laughed on camera and said it was, why Kris just stood there looking. Kris didn't know it was a prank at that time. Why Kris just stood there looking, right? And then later on laughed on camera and said it was a prank. Rob, how's it a prank when only you and allegedly you said your mom knew about it? That's why she didn't act. How's it a prank where the person you're slapping don't know it's a prank? Because the person you don't slap, if they're not into it. But again, we have to get more information on that and see if Lynn actually questions them on the specifics. Who knew about the prank? You, Adrian, or was it you, Adrian, and your mom? And if all three of you guys knew, who was the prank on? The cameraman? We need more things because something from Adrian's expression is not adding up. But get this. She said it was funny. Chyna said it was a funny joke. It's not funny. I have horrible memories of being in Paris with my daughter outside the apartment Kris claimed in court while being questioned by Chyna illegal eagle. Now, as you guys know, right? In court, Kris said, right, wearing a pink suit and sneakers, that she claimed that Chyna tried to murder her son and called the situation heartbreaking. She also said that she thinks Rob was allegedly attacked by Chyna. She said that Rob was struck in the face with a 6-foot high metal rod during the night of December 15th. Let's not forget that we literally have videotape from Rob in the dentist the next day, or from, if it's either Rob and Chyna or Keep It With The Kardashians, where it's showing his face and neck, and there's not one bruise on his face. Who gets strangled with a cord? Not one bruise on your neck. Who gets hit in the face and not one bruise? Not even swelling. Man, get out of here. Kris said at the time he was struck in the face and had marks around his neck from being with the iPhone cord. But get this, in court, she said she couldn't recall where on his body he was hit. She said that Rob was hysterical crying over the phone in a very, very hectic situation, but admitted she didn't call the police as they wanted to keep the chaos in the family and protect baby Dream, who was just weeks old and upstairs in a home during an argument. You guys, keep in mind also, when they're saying Chyna did all this stuff, not only was she 4 weeks postpartum, she might have been suffering from depression, but she also had a C-section and a mommy makeover. And Google C-section and Google mommy's makeover. And tell me if you think this woman was lifting up 6-foot poles, swinging it, and trying to literally delete somebody from this earth with an iPhone cord. She has stitches. It might even be physically impossible. Why? Literally the fact that, but you know what? Listen. I do want to say this. She literally was pressed, why didn't you call the police? She said, there's a lot of drama, which I'm used to in my family. I just heard that, listen, but great. And you know, she said, oh my God. She also heard that Tiger told us that he was physically abused and she had fights with him with like a knife that cut his arm and things like that. And she also literally alleged that Kylie told her that Chyna said that she was going to murk her. Mind you, she was happy that she was engaged to her son. But you guys, not forget all that, but hold that in your head, because let's talk about what her baby boy did that she conveniently forgot that there's no tears for Chyna for. Oh, you didn't know? That's right. Rob literally went berserk on Chyna, literally knocked her down to the ground in front of her son, had her on her hands and knees. Her son witnessed that. Chyna had to call the nanny to come get King, had to videotape things to protect herself. And get this, he tore a door off a hinge trying to get at this woman. There's pictures and photos and everything. Y'all get into this, but don't forget to turn on your likes and notifications. Let's get into this mess. Okay, here we go, right? Rob was not only, I'll give you the really quick before we get into like the shocking. Rob has not only been verbally abusive, but he's been physically violent with Chyna in the past, even after their December 2016 breakup. Now, Chyna maintains that they did break up, but they also reconciled in 2017, with their final breakup happening in 2017. They were on again, off again, on again, off again. Anybody that's ever dated anybody crazy, volatile, whatever, you know what it is. Let's also not forget that around this time, Rob was, in his own words, ready to delete himself. He actually, and the family, credited Chyna with giving him a sense of self, helping him lose weight, and showering with love. Funny how they forget about that. You know, it makes me think, I don't know, I don't want to say anything more, but it didn't seem like to me. Again, let me not talk on people's families. Anyway, right? On April 8th, 2017, Rob was angry with Chyna and literally cursing her out, speaking poorly of her in front of her child. Chyna said, don't be talking to me like that in front of my son, right? Rob said, I can say whatever the I can say whatever the F I want, right? Then Chyna grabbed her phone and tried to grab her phone and use it to call her son's father, Tiger, right? Rob then violently knocked Chyna down, violently knocked her down, where she landed on her hands and knees. This is all in front of her child, right? Her child witnessed a 6'2", 280-pound man scream, verbally assault his mother, verbally abuse his mother, saying I can say whatever the F I want. And then when she tried to call for help, violently knocked him down. Now, if you think that little boy just stood there and watched it like it was a Harry Potter movie, and even if it did, maybe he was stricken with fear. To me, this is something that little boy is probably going to hold on for the rest of his life. But let's move on, right? He knocked her to the ground in just one hit, as can be expected. Chyna only 3 apples high. She, like I said, she's curvy, but that girl's only 3 apples high. It don't make much for a 280-pound man that stands at 6 foot 2 inches to knock her down. Chyna was terrified, and she was injured as a result of Rob knocking her to the ground. Chyna instead texted, because she don't, I would assume she didn't want to inflame things and bring Tiger there, so she texted the nanny, right? She texted, said, Rob hit me, please come. She said, what? I'm on my way. She said, yeah, but be calm. I'm getting an order money. I assume she's talking about a restraining order. She said for him to stay away. The nanny, okay, I will. My other, I'm on my way. Are you okay? What was on FaceTime with Chyna? These are the messages that are actually admitted into court. After the nanny came and grabbed King and removed him from the violent situation, Chyna asked to borrow the nanny's phone so she could document Rob's abuse, as he had confiscated her phone. Get this, she literally stayed to get her phone back. Why would you ask and not flee the scene? For one, Chyna says it is not the first time abuse happened. For anybody who's been in abusive situations, you know how it desensitized you. And what might have shocked your soul in the beginning, you stay, and it is your not finest hour. She also needs to document. Rob had a history of hacking her phone, causing trouble, sexually shaming her, doing whatever, to the point that his antics actually got her investigated by the LAPD for texts that he sent and death threats he sent and death promises he sent off of her phone. Now get this, with the nanny's phone in hand, Chyna ran to the bedroom and immediately locked her door. However, Rob lost all control and tore the hinges off of Chyna's bedroom door. Chyna then retreated to the bathroom, hid in the bathroom closet, and locked the door. Can you imagine being this terrified? Can you imagine? But realizing that you had to document it or it did not happen. Now, why would you want to document? Because she was dealing, in my opinion, with not just a family, but a machine that was intent on destroying her. And now that her only sometime ally to defend her against that machine, if you don't know what I'm talking about, go look at the things. Now that that sometime ally to defend her against that machine was gone, she had no choice but now to protect herself from all the devils and all the enemies, including the man that she once thought she was going to spend her life with. Now, you see that there are pictures. I'll move over to the thing. You see that there are pictures of the hinge torn off the door. Can you imagine the terror of seeing someone that, by his own admission, keeps a gun in the house on the dresser? Right? Everybody's talking about, oh my God, Chyna was holding the gun up like this, right? I'm doing a video about that. But keeping that in the dresser. Can you imagine that terror? Rob then followed Chyna throughout the bedroom and bathroom. It was then that Chyna began to record the defendant's abuse by peering around the closet door and through the glass in the bathroom door. Chyna hid in the closet out of fear that he would break the glass bathroom door. And recording Rob through the closet door, she cracked open a shirtless Rob. Who wants to say, okay, let me shut up. Okay, fine. A shirtless Rob can be heard yelling, do you want your phone? You can record me all you want. I don't care. Taunting her. Again, everybody asking, why didn't Chyna just leave? Do you know what I say to you? Why did Rob continue to stay? Why did Rob continue to terrorize her? What did Rob need to do while he had her phone tearing off the bathroom hinges? That's all she had to do. Moving on. Rob then went through Chyna's bedroom closet, ransacked it, and threw her belongings into disarray. Rob, there's pictures of that too. Rob then, listen, Rob's abuse around on or around 2017 was a truly terrifying experience for Chyna. Chyna suffered pain and difficulty walking for days after that domestic dispute as a result of Rob Kardashian finally knocking her to the ground. For those of you guys asking, why did not Chyna take preventative, I'm not preventative, but preventative, you can't really prevent abuse when it is ongoing because somebody's like a fuse and they will track you down, as we'll talk about in other evidence. But also, Chyna did get a restraining order. Chyna did do what she can. And part of the custody agreement, because Chyna was still trying to be peaceful, she agreed to drop a lot of the charges in exchange for Rob not fighting her for custody. Now, y'all can say, oh my God, I would have fought to the bitter end. Everybody deals with their life their own way. One thing we can say is Chyna did what she was supposed to do, and she made the choices that she thought was best for her. She made the choices that she thought was best for her. Again, when Kris sits there and talks about how scared she was, and I thought of my child and Kim and Paris and this and that, where were the tears for Chyna? Where was the sympathy for a woman that your son, which is alleged in this complaint, abused? Where was the sympathy and the understanding for a woman that had just given birth not even 4 weeks ago, that was post-op from a mommy makeover and a C-section to deliver your grandchild that you trademarked thousands of trademarks from her name? We're going to go over that later on tonight. Where was the sympathy? Everybody wants to sit there and have tears. TMZ wants to report tears. But y'all, I'm sick of this. It's time we have something more level-headed. And listen, I'll be honest with you. This is not telling you to love anyone or hate anyone. This is not asking you to pick sides. This is asking you to take what's being alleged, coupled with what your research shows you, coupled with what you get as your own opinion, and ask yourself, what side do you want to be on? Who do you identify with? And what, at the end of the day, do you think someone like Blac Chyna, who endured all this, what do you think they deserve? I think she deserves the world. She went up against a powerful machine. That machine is still trying to crush her. Y'all, let's keep Blac Chyna in our prayers. I'm going to come with more updates, but I just need to touch off on this because, listen, that whole Kris gun thing, it really made me mad. It had me hot, and I just had to come in and weigh in on that. All right, y'all. We're going to get back to the best. Make sure you turn on your subscribe notifications and make sure you're with us for the live for Attorney Robinson. We know her as Court Chronicles. Follow her Instagram. Her info is down in the bio box. All right, you guys, I will talk to you later. Oh, and don't forget, keep checking my thing because there's so much information. I'm going to be pumping so everybody can be up to date when this new week of trial comes off, because baby, this trial is going to be popping and not stopping. All right, y'all, I will talk to y'all later. Bye.